What's up, team? Amanda Jane here of Train with Amanda Jane. Today we're going to talk about why your current exercise routine is not helping you to lose weight if weight loss is your goal. But first, before we get started, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be notified when these videos upload. And let's get started. All right, so the first reason why you might not be losing weight with your current exercise routine is a very simple and kind of obvious one, is that you're not actually consistent. So a lot of people, if they're really set out to lose weight and the goal is like just the weight loss is in mind, then sometimes they might jump into a really high intensity workout, some of those boot camp style workouts or workouts that are targeted with the idea to burn the most calories. And that can be really unsustainable because they're so high intensity, because they're so intense. It can be really challenging to be really consistent with that. You might leave the workout feeling really, really sore and not wanting to work out for like another week. And then by that point, you might not feel motivated to go back because the workout was so hard that it's hard to like actually want to get there because you're dreading feeling sore for another week. So it can be hard when we're not actually consistent. What I recommend instead is to find a workout routine that you can consistently maintain for 4 to 5 days a week at least. Something that you can imagine yourself doing on a regular basis, something that is not so intense that you're gonna be sore for, a whole week. And we wanna maybe work up to that intensity if that intensity is a part of your goals. But we can talk a little bit about that as well, because I think some people have a specific idea of what a workout needs to look like in order to lose weight. And sometimes that idea cannot always be right. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in reason number 3, but first let's talk about reason number 2, which is you're eating back the calories that you burned in exercise. So the most simple way to lose weight is to expend more calories than you are consuming. And a lot of people fall into the trap of, because they're now on a workout routine, they're eating more calories, or they think that they can actually consume back the amount of calories that they burn in exercise. And if you're consuming back the amount of calories that you burn in exercise, you're essentially still in calorie maintenance rather than a caloric deficit. So we want to be in that caloric deficit in order to actually lose weight. And that means that we want to maybe exercise or expend that energy expenditure a little bit more and consume a little bit less. And that means not eating back those calories that we consume. Something that a lot of people fall prey to is these things here. These little devices that track our calories, or the machines that track our calories, usually overestimate the amount of calories that we burned. And then a lot of times there's a huge margin of error if we are tracking calories for the accuracy there. A lot of people are usually at least 10 to 30% incorrect in terms of logging their food, and usually erring on the side of under logging calories. So if we're under logging our calories and then we're over tracking our energy expenditure, then that leaves a recipe for disaster and leaves us really not losing weight. Either we could be continuing to be in calorie maintenance, or we might even be in a surplus if we're really off in terms of what we're burning and what we're consuming. So the third and final reason that your exercise routine might not be helping you to lose weight is you're probably focusing so much on weight loss and not enough on building muscle. And that's kind of what I was talking about for that first reason, where a lot of people are so focused on weight loss that they want to do the most intense exercise routine they can find. They think that sweat means your fat is crying, and that the more tired and exhausted and burnt out you are after a workout, the better your body is at weight loss. And that's just simply not true. So the more muscle you have, actually the better you are at burning fat. So that even matters for when you're at rest. So somebody who has more muscle mass, if they're just laying down and they're not doing anything, next to a person who has higher fat mass, both just laying down, not doing anything, the person with higher muscle mass percentage is burning more calories, literally just laying there, breathing, and doing nothing. So that's your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, or basically, simply put, your metabolism. Your metabolism is faster, essentially, if you have more muscle. So how do we build muscle? It's not by doing those boot camp classes. It's not by doing high intensity interval training classes. It's by actually lifting weights and lifting heavy weights and trying to get strong and trying to build muscle. So that means doing workouts that aren't as high intensity. And usually those are easier to maintain. And then the other thing is, if we are focusing more on getting strong and building muscle, then there's less pressure of that whole weight loss thing. And then usually over time, we actually end up losing weight without even really realizing it, because instead of just like getting super frustrated from the amount of time it's taking to lose weight, we're actually focusing on the benefits of gaining muscle. And at first, the scale might not change. Our body composition might change, but the scale might not change, because if we have more muscle and we're losing body fat, the scale might reflect the exact same weight. And so weight loss is not all created equal. We want to be losing fat rather than just weight. And so especially if we're doing excessive cardio, which tends to be the form of exercise that a lot of people go to if they want to lose weight, excessive cardio can actually make you lose some muscle if we're not careful and if we're not refueling properly. So yeah, we want to be doing a consistent resistance training routine, focusing on building muscle and building strength, and that's going to help us in the long term. There's so many health benefits to resistance training, but it's also going to help us with losing weight, amazingly. But one of the things I want to remind you with this video, especially, and leave you on this note, is that there's so many benefits to exercise outside of weight loss. Exercise helps to improve our sleep. Exercise helps to improve our self-confidence. Exercise helps to improve our energy levels. It helps to regulate our hunger hormones. It helps to prevent injury. It helps to improve muscle imbalances. There's so many amazing benefits. I could go on and on and on. There's so many amazing benefits to exercise that have absolutely nothing to do with the aesthetic portion. So if we try and exercise for all of those other reasons, then it's actually going to be more sustainable and maintainable in the long term, and we'll be able to keep up with the routine. And again, that weight loss will just happen on its own naturally if we're doing it for a bigger why, a why of health, a why of energy improvement, a why of just feeling confident and feeling less stressed. There's so many benefits. So I encourage you to explore those and see if that can help you to maintain a consistent routine. All right, team, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please comment, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me at Trainwithamandajane, at Trainwithamandajane on Instagram, where I post lots of tips and tricks as well. So I hope to see you across some of the social media platforms. If not, I'll see you next time.